just not even pay attention. I make sure that I check in, I pay attention to everything that's going on. And on a Monday's a day when I start my Mondays, I always make sure I reach out to people, respond to emails. Monday, and I encourage people to do this, like reach out to people that you don't normally even hang out with. Maybe somebody from the past, maybe somebody you went to school with but you're not necessarily friends with, somebody that you used to work with. Just check in with people. You never know what can come out of that. But even like with my juice bar, I have a manager that runs that, and I have partners in that also. With my properties in Detroit, I have somebody in Detroit that kind of handles everything. And I talk to the guy that is the contractor there all the time, and he sends me pictures. And I try to go there once a month just to check on what's happening. So I definitely am just very involved, but I'm realistic about my time.
What's the name of your juice bar?
Juices for Life. It's on Instagram, Juices for Life BK.
And the address?
You said what? 277 Malcolm X Boulevard.
Benedict,
yes.
You got me on the jump room. You didn't mean to. Jump room, evictions, I clean up.
Yes.
That work thing. So
he called me out too, like, listen, he bugged me. So if he does a great job, I'm definitely going to give him a referral. I want to give a shout out to Melissa LeBron. Where is she? She in the building? Hi, can you come up here for 2 seconds? This is the CEO and the owner of a NASCAR team.
Okay.
I've known Melissa for a few years. She was like, listen, I'm telling you, I'm going to own a NASCAR team. And I'm like, I know. And then she was the owner of the NASCAR team.
Thank you, Ben.
Nice.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So just tell the little people about how you get this journey of NASCAR. It's not most people want to date you.
Well, my journey to NASCAR started with my music label. I was doing an artist development deal for an aspiring driver. And that driver was having issues with NASCAR as far as how to market and bring in our culture to the sport. And I developed a marketing plan, a 15-page marketing plan, which they loved, but they did not love the driver. So that driver had encouraged my two sons, Eric and Nico, which that's what E2 Northeast stands for, to try the sport. And my sons just became everything about the sport they consumed every single day. The video games, the seat simulators, everything that they could get their hands on pertaining to racing, of course, Mommy paid for. So we got invited to a NASCAR experience. I said, okay, this is my opportunity to discourage my children because I wanted them to be doctors, dentists, something safe, not racing a car at 200 miles an hour. That's just not our sport. And it didn't work that way. They got on the track and their first experience was 150 miles an hour and 149 miles an hour. So while I'm running around the track at Charlotte with a video camera and a cell phone, I literally tripped into a NASCAR official. He wanted to know what I was doing there because, I don't fit the profile of a typical NASCAR person, a fan.
I wouldn't know that.
So I stood out. So he spoke to me about it. He wanted to know exactly how did I get to this journey? What got me to NASCAR at the track? So while we were discussing it, my sons came up with their certificate. And they're like, see, Mom, they drove 149, 150 miles per hour. And he said, this is really for entertainment purposes. But if you guys are serious about applying yourself, I will introduce you to a team owner that will put you in a proper testing environment. And that's exactly what they did. The next day we went down to another track and they drove 186, 188 miles an hour. And that gentleman called me. He said, little lady, you might be onto something here. I said, great, how much is this going to cost me? From there, we just, when we got back to New York, what was important was to teach them about ownership and creating generational wealth.
That's right.
And that is something that we don't do as a culture, is teach our children that we can own. It is our dollar that pushes this economy, and NASCAR wants our dollar. So the best thing for me to do was to legalize my son's dreams, which was get them incorporated, and get their business set up with a supportive team, lawyers, accountants, things of that nature, and show them that there's more to having a team than just getting in the car. You have to have the back office, under control. That's where it came from. So when I reached out to NASCAR to tell them about my sons, they were like, well, we don't have any of you. And I'm like,
Wow.
what is me? And, they proceeded to tell me that I was the first African-American woman to solely own a NASCAR team. And it went from there. And thank you.